Yes. Laura, are you able to stand in on this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. All right, the court is calling 2020 CR 0810, State of Texas versus Montoya Callahan. Could have parties announced for the record for the state,
Laura Betzel for the state.
for the defense?
James Anders.
And are you Miss Callahan?
Yes, ma'am.
For the record, Ms. Callahan is in the courtroom. Any objections from the state of the defense that we proceed by video?
No, ma'am.
No, Your Honor.
All right, and for the record, this is not one of the court's in-person days. However, this is a hearing that began yesterday, which was one of the court's in-person days, and it was continued today because the defendant stated that she had information that would help the court in its decisions. Again, for the record, this case was originally set March 5th. The defendant was a no-show. Her attorney at that time was Sean King Dawes. The court recalled the case for March 8th for Sean King Dawes to see if he could get in touch with his client to come in for that date. The defendant testified that Sean King Dawes informed her of her March 8th court date, but the defendant did not show for that court. And on that date, the court issued a bond forfeiture and remanded the defendant without bond. And we were here yesterday. And Ms. Callahan, do you have information for the court to your allegations or your insistence that you paid a fictional attorney $4,500?
I am trying to obtain the statements from that card that I make those payments directly to him from, which I was told by them today that it's going to take 1 to 2 business days in order for it to be faxed to Mr. Anders. Mr. Anders was live on three-way with the company where they did say that those were their policies and it would be faxed on Monday morning, the 29th.
All right, so you don't have any documentation today?
I have faxed over to Mr. Anders a little bit of documentation where I was loaned money for half of the money for the lawyer from a family member. And that,
No, this is the documentation that the court wants. You've told me several different stories. The first story was you hired an attorney who was not an attorney,
Correct.
that you were paying him in payments $500 each. Then towards the middle of the day, you said, no, I gave him a payment of $1,100 and then paid the rest installments.
Correct.
And I asked you to provide proof of that. Then you said, oh, I will get you proof of that. Then all of a sudden you said, oh, I canceled a card today. And that would have been on March 25th. You said you canceled that card on March 25th.
No,
and then you changed the story and said, no, I didn't cancel it on March 25th. I canceled it on another day. So the court has given you ample opportunity. And honestly, you've had opportunities since March 8th to bring the court a reason why you didn't show up for that date. It is now March 26th. This is what the court is going to do. The court is going to reinstate the warrant, and I'm going to increase your bond to $25,000. All of the previous conditions will remain in effect. So if there is nothing else from either side.
Nothing from the state judge.
Your Honor, the only thing that I would ask is if it would be possible to perhaps do maybe like a shock over the weekend so that she'd be able to keep her job for the current job that she has. If the court wants to impress upon her the gravity of the situation, I do believe that she has, over the past 2 days, knowing that there's a very real possibility of her being taken into custody, she has, over the past 2 days, shown up. She didn't just get a chance to run and then take off. While I understand the court's position and the position of the ADA as far as her behavior in the past, I believe that Miss Callahan would like to show up to court, would like to have her day in court, and would like to be able to fight this from the outside.
But the issue is that, I mean, she hasn't shown up. And
Right.
yesterday, she informed the court yesterday that her car was parked across the street. That has to have been the longest walk across the street to come back to court. And then she said she had a phone in the car with the information, and she had neither.
Well,
So it would seem to me the simplest way, if she's really insistent upon proving that she gave some fictional attorney some money, one, where's her friend to say, oh, I recommended this attorney to her? But for now, this is the court's ruling. Defense, if you want to present me with something on another day, then of course I'm always open to considering it. And I will keep an open mind.
thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Can I please address her? I don't want to.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, I said, can I please address? I don't want to upset you. I just
No,
wanna-
here's the thing, Miss Callahan.
Yes.
I don't get upset about this. I keep an open mind on everything, but the information that you presented to me, it doesn't ring true because your story keeps changing. So that's where I am right now. And sometimes the best policy is the truth, right? If you missed a date on March 8th, fine. If your attorney told you, which he did, to be here on March 8th, and who knows, maybe you didn't show up because you're at your job. You can't lose your job. And that's the reason why you didn't show up. It would have been nice just to say that and be honest, but your story continues to change to the court. And so right now, what's going to end up happening is you're going in custody.
Okay.
And Mr. Anders, if there's anything you want to bring to me at a later date, I, of course, will consider it.
Yes, thank you very much, Your Honor.
All right. And if you want her set on the docket for Monday, just let the court coordinator know, and she will put her down for Monday.
I believe she said on the 30th, so Tuesday, which she was not precise about the time frame for the facts. They told us end of business on Monday. So Tuesday, perhaps I'll have something for the court that could validate part of what's going on.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Anders.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes.
Okay. Thanks for working with me, Laura.
No worries.
And I'm not being sarcastic. I'm being serious.
No, I think you are.
Yeah, I realized it right after I said it. I was like, oh crap. No, I was being serious. Okay.
All right. Have a good weekend, Mr. Anders.
Yes, ma'am. Don't forget fly.
Okay. I'm not going to take the air. I'm going to go with the majority opinion, which they're saying drive.
Man. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right,
Laura?
everyone, just,
Laura,
yes,
I see your chat, Laura.
I know I saw.
everyone,
really
just
don't
give me a
want
moment,
to-
please. right, Ms. Bush, just give us a moment. I know you were here, but Mr. Fernando Trevino is here from this morning.
It's totally okay. I'm trying to come up with something clever to say.
Okay. All right. Laura, who is this family violence, Fernando?
Maybe.
What kind of case is it?
It's an
Jose
assault.
Guerra.
No, Mark Rios. Oh, I'm sorry. Michael Rios.
Ah, okay. I was given some other document.
Is it Nicholas Rios?
Nicholas Michael Rios. Sorry.
Okay.
And it's a violation
let-
report.
I left my keys at home, Judge.
Oh, that's a problem.
Yeah, no, it's a huge problem. I'm supposed to, anyhow, not your problem.
How are you
I'm
going
here.
to solve that problem?
Well, how am I going to solve it? I'm going to see if the management at this building that I leased from has a duplicate to my office. And then I guess I'll have to arrange to go get my keys from my house because my wife was so nice to drop me off.
Ah. You know, they said a woman's work is never done.
That is correct.
All right, Laura, did you have a chance to review this with Fernando?
It was,
No,
it
I
was,
think it was Joe Ray that was saying this earlier, right?
yes.
So he has a violation report because he has a new failure to stop and render aid and driving while intoxicated.
Okay.
And when I conferred with the other DA, he told me that what he was concerned the most about was to make sure that my client gets the ignition interlock on his vehicle. And that was all he wanted to make sure of.
So has that been done?
He's scheduled to get it done by the 19th, and I told him to go ahead and move that up as soon as he can.
Did you guys discuss a bond increase at all?
No, he said he didn't care to, that there was no need for that.
Okay, let me contact him real quick, okay?
Sure.
And we were here today for discovery issues. Has the state given you all the discovery, or are there still discovery issues, Fernando?
There are still some discovery issues both ways, actually. I have to give him some videos that I have. And he has to, I believe, what was he gonna get? Maybe a recorded statement or something. I don't know.
All right, Norma,
Yes, ma'am.
can you recall Mr. Rios back for discovery? How long is this going to take with discovery, Fernando?
I don't think it should take more than a month to get all that.
All right, Norma, if you can call this maybe the week of April 19th, please. I'm sorry, no, not week of April 19th. The end of April.
It'll be April 30th, Judge.
All right, at that time, I'm going to expect that all discovery issues are resolved.
Okay. What was going on with discovery? I'm so sorry I missed it. I was talking to Joe Ray.
Fernando states that he has some information to give the state, and the state has some information to give to him.
Okay, perfect. Okay. And I just talked to Joe Ray. He said the ignition interlock was something that they were requesting as far as the conditions of bond or for the violation report. As to a bond increase, he says we were leaving that to the court's discretion as whether or not the court wanted to increase the bond for the new violations and new offenses.
All right,
Judge-
Mr. Rios, do you have employment?
Yes, ma'am.
Where do you work?
I work 2 jobs. I AAA fencing and welding in the mornings and Paisanos Riverwalk at night.
Okay, what's is that Monday through Friday?
More or less Monday through Sunday. I never really have a full day off.
Okay, what's the latest you work at Paisanos?
I'm usually out by 12
12 p.m.
a.m.
He works hard, Judge.
All right, all restaurants I know close at 10. At least they're always looking at me when I'm lingering too long at a table with a group of people. And I tell everybody, come on, it's almost 10. People want to go home.
A little cleanup involved at the end, Judge. Otherwise, you can go
Yeah,
to a
that's
messy
why I'm
restaurant in the
like,
morning.
Depending on
that's why we're leaving at 10. All right, Mr. Rios,
yes, ma'am.
this is what I'm gonna do. Because obviously someone set your bond. It wasn't me. Someone set your bond in 605232, which is the failure to stop. That wasn't me who set that bond. So I'm going to continue you on bond with the same conditions. But here's the thing. Don't come back here again with allegations of new offenses. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm going to do a continue on bond. And I'm also going to ask for AA meetings.
Yes, ma'am.
And those AA meetings are going to be 3 times a week. And here's the thing about that. My understanding, you can do those anywhere. Their AA meetings are all over the city. So don't come back here for violation again. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And we're going to call your case back on April 30th.
All right, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome. Is there anything else from either side?
No, ma'am.
Nothing for me, Judge.
Okay. You're excused.
Thank you.
Thank you,
All
Your
right.
Honor. Have a wonderful weekend.
All right. You too. I hope you get your keys and stuff. And
And you know what's sad is that's the second time I've done that, where I leave my keys, because my wife just likes to come down to, I'll just give you a ride. No, oh, great.
okay, here's the thing. Don't now you're trying to pass the blame on your wife.
No.
For getting your
I'm the
keys.
one that forgot the keys. I'm saying she was nice because she had a trip downtown. So let's just go in the same vehicle so we could
So
spend
where
some
are
time,
you-
quality time together.
Where are you downtown right now?
Do you know where Houston and Broadway meet?
Yes.
It's catty corner to Maddie McMurphy's, I guess you want to say.
All right. So let me ask you this. How far would you say you could walk?
Not the 20 miles to my house.
But can you walk about 3 or 4 blocks, you think?
Oh, yeah. Why?
Oh, because you need to stop and pick your wife up some flowers. And if you're at that intersection of Houston and Broadway, there are a lot of flower shops around. And just tell her you're doing it just because. When in actuality, you're doing it because her work is never done.
Yes. Yes,
And
Your Honor.
everyone, I can talk to Fernando like this. He and I had co-defendants on a case before and worked together. All
Good,
right.
Daddy.
All right. Fernando, have a good one.
By the way, this morning my wife was admiring your purse.
Okay.
I
And
like
you know
that
what?
purse.
That is a gift from this is a gift from my mom. Mom, people are admiring the gift that you gave me.
Is she on the YouTube?
Yes, she is.
Oh, she gets
She
to see her
watches us
baby.
every morning.
She gets to see your baby. That's great.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
So everybody say hi to my mom.
Hi, Mrs.
Hi, Mama Boy.
All right. Well, I'll see you guys then later. Mr. Rio, stay out of trouble, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And
Have
let
a
me
great
give you-
weekend.
All
Have a
right.
great-
And Fernando, before you go, let
Uh-huh.
me give you the phone number for his pretrial services officer.
I left my pen next to my keys.
Well, her name is Marissa Dela Cruz,
Okay.
and it's 8971. And you know the 355.
Yeah, 8971. I can probably just dial it right now. Am I supposed to call her?
No, just so your client and know that's who he needs to contact to and make sure he gets his proof of AA meetings too.
8971, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's what
All right.
it is.
Are we back?
Yes. All right. Bye, guys. Have a good one.
You too, ma'am.
Okay. I'll text him that number, Judge. What was the name again, though?
Marissa Dela Cruz.
Marisa de la Cruz. Okay, I'll do that. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. And then Kimberly Bush, who are you here for?
I'm actually here for 2 people today, Your Honor.
Who are the 2 people?
The two people are Damian Haney. I can give you the case number.
Yes.
2016 CR 9858B.
Mhm.
And the other one is Matthew Perry, 2016 CR 4858.
All right, let me get the clerks to grab those files.
Okay.
Here they are. Thank you. Just the file and maybe B pages. Thank you. All right, and then Marsha White.
Yes, Judge, I'm having some video issues. I was gonna try to get off and get back on. The video is necessary.
Oh, no, that's okay. I recognize your voice. I think you are the Marsha White.
Okay, yes, I've reached out to Mr. Guerra. He's yet to reach back out to me. I sent him the video link for the Zoom call. Mr. Guerra is on full house arrest, and he has a job. His manager supervisor, Mr. Chung, at the China restaurant. I think West Military. It's in the motion I filed.
Yes, let me ask you this. What is your client charged with?
He's charged with violating the protective order.
All right, so here's the thing. Laura, let me give you the cause number for this.
I already have it, Judge. Norma sent it to me.
All right, so do you want to confer with Mr. White on this, or?
I mean, his client's not here.
He's just asking, we'll see if his client zooms in, but do you know if you're going to have any objections to him being allowed to work?
I'm trying to pull up the case real quick
Okay.
to verify.
And he's also requesting a waiver of those fees, Your Honor.
I have no, I always will waive the GPS fees. However, it's a third-party contract. So they're going to tell me that they can't be waived. So what I'll do is I'll ask that the fees be waived and also ask that he be placed on the indigent list to be considered for waiver of fees.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So while she looks that up, and Ms. Bush, we're just waiting to grab the cases that you're here for.
Okay, Judge. I'm looking at the case right now. It's a VPO assault, and he's also on bond for a prior VPO case also. Up to violations. And then also the complainant is adamant about him not having any modifications to his GPS at all.
So you're against it?
I'm opposed to modifications, yes.
Okay, Mr. White, this is what we'll do. We'll set your case can we do this on Monday or Tuesday, Norma?
Monday, Judge, we can do it Monday.
All right, Mr. White, see if you can have your client here on Monday and whatever witnesses to prove up his employment schedule in the state, whomever you want to have present, and then the court can make an informed decision on your motion, Mr. White.
Okay.
And I'm so sorry, what time on Monday?
Norma's in charge of the schedule, so.
Let me check real quick.
All right. And Mr. White, how many witnesses will you have?
Your Honor, I suspect no more than 2.
All right, and state, how many witnesses do you think you will have?
Probably just the one, Judge.
Okay. All right, so
we can do it in the afternoon, Judge.
okay, all right, thanks. You can take this back. All right, so we'll see you on Monday then, Mr. White.
Okay, thank you so much. Have a good week.
Norma,
All
is
right,
that
you too.
1:30 or 2?
We can have everybody here by 1:30, even though we'll start at 2. Just have everybody here by 1:30.
1:30?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Norma.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Bush, on your case, the 2016 CR 9858B, we don't have a notice of retained counsel on that.
I have filed it this morning. It has been accepted already along with my motion to set bond. I apologize for them not being available, but they should be if the clerks look wherever they are supposed to look. I can immediately email them to you.
Okay, all right, that's, I mean, I'll take your word. You're an officer of the court. So, is this, do we know, are these 701 cases? Let me see.
What is a 701 case?
Oh, family violence.
No, ma'am. Neither of them are family violence. The underlying charge on Mr. Haney's is a burglary of a hab by force. And the underlying charge on Mr. Perry's is also a burglary.
Okay, all right, just one second. Is there a prosecutor available from Criminal Trial Division? Jordan, Marcus, or Alexandra?
Yes. I'm here.
All right, can I send you all to a breakout room? Let me give you the cause numbers, Alexandra.
Sure.
It is 2016 CR 4858 and 2016 CR 9858B.
Okay. And are these MTRs?
Yes. And what I can tell you is in the 4858, the allegations are fees and community service hours.
Yes. And that one I saw a note on. What's going on with the other one?
And the other one, it is not reporting and community service hours.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. And Ms. Bush, just so you know, I take none of the allegations that's true, but just to put everybody on notice what's in the allegations.
Actually, I appreciate that. I hate coming into these things blind where I can't see the MTR until I get on the case, and then, yeah, thanks.
Sure. All right, I send you all to breakout room number 1. Do y'all need the probation officer with you or no?
Yes. I actually do have a question for Rebecca.
All right, Rebecca, could you go to breakout room number 1, please?
Thanks, Judge.
Okay. All right, and everyone, with that, we are going to close for the day. I hope everyone has a safe, weekend. Remember, there's still something going on called the pandemic. So please, everyone, wear your mask and social